This is KUGAN CASSIUS for Sugar Hut TV. We're in the elusive gentleman's room here at the Sugar Hut. With me, I've got...
It's not Nick Grimshaw, it's Russell Kane.
I know. No, I was going to fill you up first.
For a second I thought it was Nick Grimshaw, because so many people have thought I was him on the way in, but I'm not.
You are the one and only Russell Kane.
I'm one of the few people that can identify what that stain might be on that cushion. My cousin went missing for 20 minutes last time he was in here. All I know is the V sign disappeared off his back.
Wow. That might be I Film London an X-rated version of that, Russell. In the Sugar Hut tonight, I know, I wouldn't say you're out and out regular here, but you come here quite often, don't you?
Well, the only reason I don't come here more regular is because stand-up's hours, we make our money on a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, bank holiday, Sunday nights. That's when we're working. So most stand-ups who are worth their salt, you won't see them between Thursday to Sunday. So we're having our nights out Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, which is why I hardly ever get to come out, which is why it's a bit of a blessing to have tonight off. And the reason I got tonight off is I've just moved. I've moved into a gaff in Woodford with my fiance, heterosexual, newsflash. And so we're out celebrating. I'm out with my mum, doing camp dancing, which isn't helping the rumours. And we're having a wicked night.
Does it bother you if you get rumours about your sexuality?
No, I think for a certain type of straight man, it's an advantage. It's like a ninja cloak. Because all girls come around, you go, hey man, this camp is probably gay, and at the last minute, suck me off. I'm not the only one to do that. I'm not doing it on purpose. In fact, if you type my name into Google, after wanker tosser Nick Grimshaw ? The next most looked for thing is gay ? But I think for a man that's confident enough, I think it's a good thing. It's not exactly a negative thing to be gay these days, is it? It's almost like a positive thing.
It's a very open society we live in, so
if a man is confident enough, it doesn't really matter. And trust me, Papa got enough honey for every bit of motherfucking toast.
What do you make of the Sugar Hut? Obviously, this is probably the most publicised night spot, especially in Essex. But
yep.
You know, I'd say that is associated to television. If everyone's heard of the Sugar Hut everywhere, so how have you found it?
There's one main difference. So I can go out in Whiskey Mist. I can go out in I don't know, in any one of those clubs in London, for example, and they're all brilliant. They're all lovely. And I've been out in Panasirium, Manchester, when I'm going out with my little mini KUGAN there, Lindsay. But the key difference here is no one takes themselves too seriously, and for me, that is a fundamental part of being British. Although it's banging out there and there's loads of lovely people and everyone's drinking fine drink, there's an ironicness. There's people not taking themselves too seriously, and that's what I need for a night out. Not only that, I'm not just saying this because dude's bought me a drink, but this is the most spoilt I am when I come here. I come out with my mum, we feel like fucking film star, we have a wicked night out. So it's just a great night out, and also people. The most important thing is when people are dancing, they're fucking about a bit. They're not posing too much. They're having a laugh. And obviously what I do for a living, it's important to have a laugh. So why not have a laugh while you're dancing as well? I'll even have a laugh while I'm shagging. This is my sex phase. Anyway.
You mentioned that you're out with your mother. Now, not a lot of people sort of pull that off really, because like my mother's like 65-year-old from Sri Lanka. I don't think the Sugar Hut is really her scene, but.
Well, my mum, I guess I'm a lot like her. We look alike, we act alike, and she likes to feel a bit special. So she's out with Danny's boyfriend. Danny's from Woodford. Mum's got a boyfriend, and so she likes to dance and party. And I don't know, I just have a good time without my mum and my auntie. That's my auntie out there, my auntie Elaine. If you saw her, you wouldn't believe it. It's a bit weird when people start dancing with mum.
What do you do?
Like Mick bought her a champagne, and it made me go a bit last time.
Did you warn Mick off?
No, I don't know. Because I wanted to, and then I realised how minted he was, and I was like, no, go for it.
Does your mum contribute to your humour side?
Yeah, definitely. The show I've just finished touring, mostly I joke about people want to hear about my dad all the time. That's the character they want to hear about, this right-wing, racist, oppressive, nasty bit of Essex steak. He's the funny character that people want to hear about. But last show was about getting a bit older and thinking, am I going to have a family? So my last comedy show was, I fantasised about if I was ever a dad, what would it feel like? And then my mum became more relevant. She's taught me about being a parent. So she's become a bit more of a character. The way she speaks, the way we speak here is quite unique. Anyone who's watching this who's not from Essex, you would have noticed the way we speak. It's quite funny. We're quite sort of pronounced with our words, even though we sound very working class. We've got this pronunciation with our words, which is quite ridiculous because we've got the open London vowels, but with very precise pronunciation, which produces that ridiculous sound, which sounds like idiots, but with absolute clarity. And that's the thing I think about with my mum. This very precise voice, but still sounding like an idiot like me.
As we know, you're a comedian.
Yeah.
Is comedy something you can teach or not?
I think you can teach anything. You can teach painting, you can teach driving, you can teach bricklaying, but some people have got a natural talent that they add to it. You could take me away and teach me how to build an extension on a house, right? And I could become technically proficient at it. But there's some men and women that when they start to fucking build the extension house, they've just got that X factor. They can do all those little touches. They do the cornice beautifully. Everyone knows a brilliant builder when they've worked with one. Comedy's no different. You can teach it, but some people have just got that little bit of talent. And for me, that was my thing I was supposed to do. Every single person has got a thing they're supposed to do. It's just a case of finding it.
So, could you teach me how to be funny in 60 seconds?
No, was the short answer.
Is that nigh on impossible?
Because being funny, I think, is you're either a funny person or you're not. It's the same as going up to a loving person and saying, teach me how to be cold and angry in 60 seconds. Well, I can't. You're a loving person. Funniness is, some people are just funny. They are, and I like making people laugh. I was always someone that people laughed around at school. But there are plenty of comedians that when you're next to them, they're not funny, and then when they go on stage, they are. So you can teach it, but it takes years and years of practice on stage.
Who did you grow up watching on the British scene?
I grew up watching my neighbour through a shower curtain. No one.
No one.
Not really. No, Laurel and Hardy on my dad's tapes, but I never really watched stand-up.
No one from America that it sort of, as you was growing up?
I've watched it a lot since I started it, but I'd be lying if I pretended I really was into stand-up. It was a bit of a blag. I fell into it by accident. I'm a natural person that enjoys just telling stories and being on stage. It was more just a natural thing rather than I watched a load of videos and wanted to be like it. There's nothing wrong if you are like that. You'll probably be a brilliant comedian, but it was something I just fell into.
Is there any comedians on the British circuit today that you rate?
Loads. Sarah Millican, Lee Mack, Jack Whitehall's good. My mate who I'm here with tonight, Rob Beckett, who's just taken over from me in the jungle. He's out there having a beer. He's fucking awesome. There's loads. Just go and see live comedy. There's a lot of comedians out there.
What are you up to at the moment then?
So I've just finished the tour. I'm just writing a new show, and then I'll be touring it from September to next May. And my series Live at the Electric returns on July the 15th. That's series 2. I'm already filming series 3, and I'm hopefully be doing another version of my chat show with Greg James in the autumn. I know I will be, but it's just I can't say what yet.
Will there ever be Russell Kane the movie?
Hope so.
And who would play you?
Who would play? Nick Grimshaw.
Obsessed.
Because we look the same. I could play Nick Grimshaw in Nick Grimshaw the movie, and Nick could play me.
Could I play you?
What's the politically correct answer?
Can you fuck? I think it is. But
it's just the height that's the problem there.
I think it's the height. I think there's nothing really else different about me and you. I weigh
How tall are you?
6'5", 17.5 stone.
Yeah.
In comparison, you are?
I'm 11 stone, 5'10". But people always think I'm used to hanging around with Greg James, so I can't be humiliated.
He's absolutely massive.
Bastard.
Absolutely. Alright, well listen, Russell.
Thanks a lot. I'm going to go dance with my fiancée now. I'm here celebrating my engagement. So I'm going to go on the dance
Just
floor.
a little flash of the ring?
Well, that's not my ring. I just wear a death ring because I'm getting married, which means it's all over. But my girlfriend's got a 4 carat. She's going to whack it out on the dance floor. Let's have it.
Alright, this is KUGAN CASSIUS for Sugar Hut TV, I Film London, with the very funny man that is Russell Kane.
I'm not gay.
Defo not.